Hello, it's Nancy today. I do have a hat, but it's back there somewhere. So, life has challenges, right? And sometimes the challenges get to you, bring you down. And sometimes you get torn. I think I am in the sandwich generation. The sandwich generation is the ones that take care of their parents and still take care of their children. Sometimes the pressure is just from all sides, right? It's hard to be everything to everybody and to maintain your standards. People want you to do this or do that, and it's really a challenge. I watched movies last night. I must be exhausted. 7 days of driving and now we need to go to Toronto again. And I just need to relax and do absolutely nothing for a while. Just collect myself. But instead, I have other things now to worry about, and now a big trip ahead of me again. My son doesn't want to be at home by himself, so I'm not sure what he's going to do while we're gone. He went to a friend's. She's going away, so I don't know where. Anyway, the sandwich generation, right? You worry about your parents, you worry about your kids, and if you're a woman, you have to worry about your husband, and not that he's a problem, but that you just need to be aware of whatever. For instance, we're probably going to go in my car, and he doesn't really like my car because it's such a huge mess. So, I'm sure that when he put all of his drinks and stuff in the front seat there, he's really nice. I don't think I'm going to upload this video. No, this is just so Nancy's complaining. Complain. It's hard to keep everybody's privacy but be a public person, right? You just can't get on here and say everything because you just can't do that. I say everything about me. Let's see, about me. I feel, well, now I mustn't say tired, because tired, the thought of being tired makes you more tired. And you sort of give into it. Like if your body needs rest, that's one thing. You're going to rest. But if you're exhausted and just opting out, that's a negative position. And so you don't want to do a negative position, are you? Life gets to be a big problem. See, even focusing on your problems is probably not a very good idea. Where's those rose-colored glasses of mine? They make everything look better. Except the fact that they're dirty. Ah, look at that. Pink clouds. Ah, it's lovely. You see the world through rose-colored glasses and everything is better. A lot of these sayings come from real things. Seeing the world through rose-colored glasses. So, you think, well, somebody just made that term up. It's just a term that means looking at, pretending everything is all coming up roses. And even that, all coming up roses. If you have rose bushes and it's all coming up roses and it smells good, it's probably quite wonderful. Oh, look, they're going on a trip. Rose-colored glasses, if you don't have any, get some rose-colored glasses. They really make everything look very perky. Except if they're dirty. See how dirty they are? I'll show you how dirty they are. See? We have a lot of mosquitoes. And the mosquitoes, just like the black flies, they get in your face, and they're in the car, and I don't hear any of these buzzing. I haven't heard any buzz. I think they just know exactly where my arms are and the legs, and they just go for it. Bzz. So I feel them, and I think that's how you get to kill them all off, is that when they bite you, you get them. But you know, sometimes you go to kill a mosquito that's biting you, and they fly away. So the best thing to do is you wait until they put their stinger in you, and when they put their stinger in and they raise their back legs, that's when they'll stay. You can kill them. But if they've just landed on you and they haven't put their stinger down and raised their back legs yet, and you go after them, they could fly away. You know, you're playing with fire there. Well, here is a voting booth. Today is election day because in Canada, when the government comes up with a budget, and that is an opportunity for a non-confidence vote. It's actually very good. And so if the budget comes down and nobody likes what's in the budget, then they can raise a non-confidence vote. And so everybody will vote, and if it passes non-confidence, that means that nobody has confidence in the government, and the government falls. And so then there has to be an election within so many days. 30 days or 60 days. So now we have an election for a new prime minister, I guess. Or is this just in Ontario? I think it's Ontario. That's right. But, so the Ontario budget came down and nobody liked it. I didn't think there's anything wrong with it. Anyway, they went and did a non-confidence vote. So now we have an election, and I have no idea who is running or what the platforms are. I know there's liberal and there's conservatives, and there's good and bad in both. And I have no idea what to do about that. Willem says that there's nobody worth voting for, and so he's going to go in, and it's different than when you just don't vote. If you don't vote, it has a different result than if you go in and you get your ballot and you vote for nobody because there's nobody that's any good. That has more of an influence, I guess, than, what did he say, not destroying the ballot, or there's a word, it sort of means destroy, but it's not destroy. When you, whatever, mess it up somehow. It made me think of drawing marks all over it, but that's not what you do, but that's what the word that means whatever it is. Not deface, defile, defame, defamate. I don't know the word. You might know. So really, I appreciate you guys watching my commercials. If you watch my commercials, I get paid a few cents. Maybe. Only I don't think that's really true. But anyway, I do get paid something if people watch my videos. But if they click on skip the ads, I don't get paid. And I really need some money. It helps me to be able to do this. So it actually gets quite expensive buying cameras and paying for high-speed internet to upload all this stuff. Like, I upload gigs, many gigs in a month. Anyway. I appreciate you watching the ads because it really does help me out. And if you click like and if you subscribe, somehow that helps too. I don't know how. I guess advertisers that pay more will advertise on sites that have more subscriptions or more likes or something like that. You know, the corn here is just up about this high in Canada. But down in the south, I remember in Georgia, I think it was, the corn was roping. Corn was probably about 2 or 3 feet tall, I suppose. And it was so hot it was drying out, and the leaves curl in and curl around. They make ropes. It's called roping when the corn doesn't get enough moisture. Then we got up in Ohio, the corn was up higher than this, but it wasn't that high. I wonder why I live where I live, since We have so many black flies, and then we have so many mosquitoes. But I got this mosquito zap. It's supposed to suck them all in. Very expensive machine. Shouldn't have bought it. I haven't bought one before because they were so expensive. But I did because I want to be able to enjoy life. Everywhere we went, there was air conditioning. And we had the air conditioning on the car. I have the air conditioning on now. Even though it's not quite 70, it's 60, 68 or something. It's so damp outside. I don't do dampness well. Moan and complain, Nancy. Complain, complain. What do you think that'll do for you? Think it'll make you happy? No, it'll make you miserable. So stop your complaining. I love bugs. Nature in the air. The air is alive. That's it. I don't love bugs. That would be a lie. But I could say that the air is alive. Oh my gosh, those are the most beautiful lupins I've ever seen. Maybe they're not lupins. Maybe those were delphiniums. You know, my flowers are blooming. Lots of flowers are blooming. But the grass hasn't been cut since I left. Everything is worse than it was when I left it. That's a negative thing. Life has been going on since I left. It's all getting bigger and bigger and more healthy, and the grass is crowding out the things. But it's been raining so much that the grass and the roots pull right out of the ground. I would like to just stay home and pull grass out, tend to my yard. I don't want to go in the car for 4 hours in that horrible Toronto traffic. Oh, that's negative again. Man, Nancy, it's really hard for you, isn't it? Oh, that's negative too. I love going to the temple. I love being in the temple. And when I'm in the car, I get a chance to get on the telephone and make videos and talk to people. If I make them too long, they won't upload. So I have to cut them off somewhere. Da, 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 da. Oh, I think it will drive, and then I'll sit there and play my violin and practice. Alright, I guess this is enough. Enough is enough. Well, you saw it here last. Try and think positive thoughts. It will make you feel better, make you happy. There's always negative, and if you focus on it, you will feel miserable. So focus on the good. I have my book here somewhere too. I can read that on the way. I could have Willem read it to me. That would be good. If I drive. Sometimes I like to drive. Sometimes I like to ride. I like to write in my journal when I ride. But when I write in my journal, usually I'm so focused on being right here, right now, that I can't remember what I'm writing about. I just see what's happening. And I start writing about how green it is, or how beautiful this or that is, or what we're doing, or how I feel immediately. Alright, gotta go. Bye.